Hey, what's up? This is Cosmic Flash, and right now I want to talk about something that I find really interesting since I think high school. But before that, please subscribe to this channel and hit that like button. Also, hit the notification bell so you guys can see when I upload new videos such as this one. So the topic I want to talk about right now is basically just about the advancement of technology and how it affects our current education system and the workplace. In the previous videos, I talked about how this world is full of suffering as an anti-natalist. But right now, we're going to go into a more positive topic, which is the advancement of technology and how it affects our life. To be exact, studies or education, and then the workplace, the corporate life, the adulthood. So as I said, technology advancements that we're going to talk about right now. But more specifically, it's more centered into the AI entering into our world, making life easier for a lot of us. ChatGPT everywhere. To be honest, I had ChatGPT help me create this video by making me some bullets.
Yo, Cole, decline. Embarrassing.
So I can easily talk to you. But I'm no perfect, so still, as a human, and we're going to talk about this also later. Even with all those help that the technology is giving us, we humans are imperfect. So we're always prone to mistakes. But yeah, let's go into more of the basics of this topic. Technology is everywhere and it's around us all the time. We use it all the time. The future is changing faster than ever. I think just 3 years ago, artificial intelligence was making this Will Smith spaghetti eating video and he looks so terrible. But right now, he's eating spaghetti, looks like real life. That is crazy. And there are a lot of AI softwares available in the internet now, but you need to pay to use it. So it all ends up being a money-making business as always. So as I said earlier, education is the one that is getting hit by this technological advancement. Basic education such as kindergarten, middle school, high school, we need it. But mostly when we turn to 18, some of us go into college. And what's the purpose really of college? Was degree equals financial success. That was how it was known before, that when you go to college, when you get your degree, you'll become rich instantly because that's how it is before, really. When you're a professional worker in the earlier age, you are going to have a guaranteed nice career, making good amount of money for you to survive. That was the norm before. But right now, no. There are a lot of ways to make money now.
Yeah, boy.
One way you can do that is go to your computer, create your videos, create your contents, upload it to YouTube, and when you go viral by chance, you're guaranteed to get a lot of money that no degrees in this life can give. That's fortune actually. The possibility of it is really low, but that's one way to make a lot of money now. So basically, having a degree right now, well, it still gives a lot of people, a lot of professionals, decent amount of money. If your goal really is to become rich, there are better and faster and easier ways to do it right now. That you don't need to go to college. Create an OnlyFans. If you are a very beautiful woman with a very nice body, if you are brave enough to do it and you are not bounded by the rules of society, create an OnlyFans and you will guaranteed to become rich. That's how it works now. However, college is still important in this current time. Who are those people who are working for these very big companies that creates these AI things? I understand those are still the professionals who've gone to college, studied a lot to do it, studied computers, studied technology, science, everything that is behind all of this technological advancement for it to work. All of those people that made it come into fruition are actually, most of them are people who have gone to college, people who have got degrees, masters. I think soon degrees will be in your computer, available on internet. There are already a lot of online classes available now that gives you degrees. So I think this will happen. I also kind of want to predict that maybe in 100 years from now, maybe even 1,000 years from now, degree won't be necessary anymore. Because there's a possibility that all of this information can be just downloaded. I'm just talking about some kind of a fairy tale, a fantasy right now, but anything can happen. Basically, the internet just changed everything. As I said, creator economy, social media careers, freelancing, and the AI lowering skill barriers. Once we got our degree, we usually go find jobs. And sometimes our first jobs, first years of our working life, we get paid super low that we can't even pay our parents who have paid our studies or pay the student's loan that we took to go to college. Currently, AI is already doing its job, replacing some of the office jobs. It makes everything a little bit faster compared to when we're doing it all manually. But this is the arguments of some of the workers who are doing physical jobs like, construction workers. We are now in the transition parts, and transitions usually are the hardest stages of all. And eventually, sooner or later, this AI advancement can also replace the physical aspect of work, of the workforce. As I said, fewer workers are needed now. But what happens when there's not enough jobs? Will humans eventually work by choice instead of necessity? So this is where it gets interesting. The future of human life. I think food technology will become really so advanced that there will come a time that the food we need now that we get from, live animals, from pigs, from chickens, there will be a time when the technology, when AI, when these things can automatically create those food that we need. Food will become cheaper in terms of production. Also, there will be a lot of medicine that will be able to cure every diseases, that will be able to cure cancer, gene editing, to erase this aging thing that gives us all the nightmares every day, makes our back sore every day, every time. And then we will have a longer lifespan if anyone wants that. For me, I don't want that. I talked about that in the last video I did. So go ahead and check that video if you'd like to become more pessimistic in life. But right now, let's focus on this topic first. If survival becomes easier, what gives life support? So what will happen to our life if those things I just said will come to fruition? Automated food, medicine available to cure everything, longer lifespan. What will happen? What will happen to education that we just tackled about? Well, humans still have brain limitations. Will be available. Our brains, it's hard to edit. We are all stupid as fuck. Even Einstein, who is considered the smartest person to have ever been born in this planet, is nothing more than a speck of dust in this universe with a lot of wonders. We still need to learn somehow. Information overload can happen, even though information is always available on the internet everywhere. We all got limits. So that's why our brain automatically deletes this information, some of the information that we don't need. That's why we always forget things. Well, there will be a time when the computer and our brain will, kind of in some way combine. Instant knowledge upload, that can be really, really possible in the future. Learning in seconds instead of years. Those 4 to 10 years of going into college, that can happen in an instant. That we can just easily download a lot of information available everywhere, or we can connect our brains to the Wi-Fi of this world. I said schools can disappear, but there's also a possibility that schools may just evolve instead of just disappear entirely. Every one of us are really just super reliant on the internet right now. Adaptability is more important than memorization. Because in this transition period, which is the hardest of all, when you lose your dog, you first go into this transition period, the hardest part. You always cry every day. Oh my goodness, I am not used to not having my very cute dog. I miss my dog. That's the transition period. And about this AI thing, a lot of people cannot accept it. But if you're gonna look at the other side of it, there are a lot of sectors now in the workplace that uses AI and makes everything easier. In our field, in architecture, in construction, AI helps us do estimates. Estimates takes how many days to finish, and AI can just do that in a matter of seconds. So all we just gotta do is check it. So AI helps a lot of things. It gets done easier, faster, and more efficient. But we right now in this transition period, we humans still need to, supervise AI for now until the AI supervises us and, tortures us every day. I hope that won't happen. I hope AI will become our friends even in the near future I'm talking about. So I have a question for you guys. I have a question for you. Maybe you already have your answer. Maybe you already thinks about this thing a lot. What do you think the world in 50 years will look like? What do you think? And you guys in the future too. I'm going to ask you this. You guys in the future that are eating your burger that is made by AI, think about the next 50 years. What do you think will happen in the next 50 years as well? Also, comment in this video and answer me if I guessed everything right. So that's it for the video. If you like me talking about this, random things, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I talk about this twice now. Like this video, share it to your friends, share it to your family, ask them what do they think will happen in the next 15 years. Also guys, watch my shorts. Go ahead there and see you in the next one.